Hi, it's Susanna from Words, Wisdom, and Wellness. This video is a review of the activation sequence for the therapeutic tremor, which is one of the tools of the Resilience Toolkit. If somehow you received this video and you have not been to a group workshop or a one-on-one session with me using the Resilience Toolkit or working on stress and anxiety, then please stop now and contact me to find out about my upcoming group workshops or to get yourself into a one-on-one session with me. Just a reminder that the activation sequence can be used in one of three ways. Number one, it's an optional way to prime your body for the therapeutic tremor, and in that case it should be done in the order I'll be showing you today. The second way you can use it is as a standalone sequence of exercises to help you down-regulate and settle your nervous system. The third way you can use it is that any one of the 4 different elements in the activation sequence can be used as a standalone, quick mini tool to help you down-regulate or bring your stress and anxiety level down. So I'm going to demonstrate each one, and I'll give you a couple different views so you can see. And just like in person, try before you buy. Watch before you attempt. So the first exercise in the activation sequence I like to call 4 corners. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to stand with my feet about hip width apart, my toes facing forward, and I'm nice and relaxed. I'm orienting to comfort. My knees are nice and bent. So this is what I look like from the side. Okay? And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to make some circles. I'm going to be rotating. Now I am not moving my hips here. I'm shifting my weight from the balls of my feet to my heels as if each of those points were a point on a square. Okay, so in other words, I'm going heel, heel, ball, ball, heel, heel, ball, ball on my feet and my heels. And I also want to reverse the direction. So I'm going the other direction. And again, it's not so much about my hips moving, but me shifting my weight from side to side. As always, I'm going to be noticing how my body responds to the 4 corners, stopping at any time I feel an increase in my stress or anxiety, or when I feel myself download and downregulate if I'm just doing this as a standalone. I'll show you from the side. So again, I'm going ball, ball, heel, heel, ball, ball, heel, heel. Put my hands up so you can see, and the other way. It doesn't matter how many times I do it. It doesn't matter how many times I go each direction. The most important part is just shifting the weight, focusing on the weight, not on circling the hips, keeping those knees nice and bent and relaxed, and orienting to comfort, and noticing how my body's responding to the 4 corners exercise. The second exercise is called the arm sweep or lotion. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to take one hand and put it on the opposite shoulder, and I'm just going to brush my hand all the way down that arm. And I'm going to alternate putting my hand on the opposite shoulder on the other side and brushing my arm down like so. And I'm going to alternate one after the other like so. I may choose to experiment with the speed and with the pressure. So I may be curious about what happens if I slow down or speed up. I may be curious about what does a firm pressure feel like, or what is a lighter touch. As always, I'm orienting to comfort and noticing how my body is responding, stopping at any time I feel an increase in my stress or anxiety, and also accepting that whatever my body is telling me today is absolutely what it needs to say. Sometimes it's the speed or the pressure that makes all the difference in whether the arm sweep or lotion is working for me today. This is a very popular exercise that some people like to do as a standalone tool to bring that stress and anxiety down. After I do the alternate arms, I'm then going to do my legs, and I'm going to do it this time with both hands on my legs coming down like so. crossing my hands and just brushing down. Now you're noticing that I'm alternating my hands. It's just my choice. I don't have to do that. And this is not about being super flexible or a yoga person. I happen to be very stretchy, so I can go all the way down. That's not important. Again, you want to honor your body's need in case you have any pain. Stopping at any time you feel an increase in discomfort, or when you feel yourself down-regulate and relax, you may also pause. So the legs are done with both hands. Watching me from the side. Again, I'm just brushing each arm in turn, as if I were putting on lotion, which is why lotion is one of the nicknames of this arm sweep exercise. And then I'm also doing some strokes with both hands going down the legs. The third exercise I'm going to call the rock, not to be confused with Mr. Dwayne Johnson. With the rock, what I'm going to do is similar to the first exercise. I'm going to stand nice and relaxed with my feet about hip width apart and my knees nice and relaxed. And I'm just going to shift the weight of my body back and forth. So unlike in the first exercise where I was sort of going from corner to corner, from my balls of my feet to my heels, I am simply going back and forth. I'm also going to let my arms do what they feel like doing. And it's not about my arms swinging. I'm just going to let my arms follow the natural swing of my body. This is also not about being super athletic or gymnast. It's not about getting all the way up on your toes or your heels. Just a nice subtle rock is plenty. You may like to have your arms go opposite to your body, and that is welcome. My body likes to have them go together, and so that's what I'm going to do. So from the side, again, I've got my feet about shoulder width apart. I've got a nice neutral pelvis, nice bent knees, and I'm just rocking back and forth. Again, stopping or adjusting at any time I feel any increase of discomfort. And letting those arms, it's not about the arm swing. The arms are just going to follow along with the body. And if they just want to hang there, that is also welcome. Mine like to go forward and back with my legs. You may prefer the opposite. Either way is welcome. And just doing this a few times until you feel yourself relax, or until you just feel like you're done and you're ready to move on. The fourth and final exercise in the activation sequence is going to be our hip twist. Unlike the other exercises, this is done with a nice wide stance. Now, your wide stance may look different from mine. You want to honor what your body is telling you about how wide is comfortable. But again, we want a nice wide stance. Again, we've got our knees bent and we're tucking our tail under. Okay, so we want to make sure that we're resisting the urge to arch our back. Let me show you from the side. So I've got a nice wide foot stance here. I've got my knees slightly bent and I've got my tail tucked under. So it should be a relaxed position here. Okay. Then what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be twisting my hips back and forth. This time the hips are leading. So I'm just turning, and I'm not necessarily violently twisting from side to side, but just really letting those hips turn from side to side. Now, it's not about my arms. My arms are simply following my legs. Okay, they're following my hips. Keep in mind that you want to take care of your knees and your ankles, so this should not be causing you any pain. It's not an athletic exercise, but the point here is that you're moving your hips and the arms are following. It's not about flailing your arms. Okay, this is the hip twist. Let me show you from the side. So again, nice and wide, tail tucked, knees bent, and I'm just twisting that hip, letting my arms follow, and I'm stopping at any time I feel any increase in discomfort, any pain, more than my baseline, or when I just feel like I've relaxed and down-regulated and I'm ready to move on. So thank you for checking out this review of the activation sequence of the therapeutic tremor. Please just keep in mind, if you have any questions or concerns about the activation sequence or any of your practice of the Resilience Toolkit, please reach out and let's connect. And just remember, whatever it is that you're facing right now, you are not bad, you're not crazy, and you are not alone.